Hina Hayata and Mima Ito. It'll take some very smart tactics out here. Getting the backs correctly here, making sure the names are spelled after the coin toss. Everything is right on the sheet. Little conversation there with Marian Bistrichan, Slovakian umpire. Mima Ito having a good time. It's interesting how they're all taking advantage of these moments here, from stretching to jumping around and everything they can to get ready. Now this will be a best-of-7 final. Again, this is the only time of the year where you see doubles played in a best-of-7 match. It's the World Tour Grand Finals. There's the man I mentioned earlier. Cameraman excited to be here, smiles all around. Chun Mung and Ju Yuling in the background. They're paired up now, but they'll be facing off against each other later today in the battle for the title for $100,000 in prize money to the winner. So Mima Ito, if you're a little newer to table tennis, is using short pips on the backhand side of the racket. And that means that she hits the ball a bit flatter with them, and while she can spin the ball and even slow the ball down, take a lot of pace off the ball with that backhand side, there's less traction as less surface area of the racket is actually gripping the ball. Hina Hayata, much like Mima Ito's forehand, has inverted rubber. Hina Hayata on both sides will be spinning, playing aggressively whenever she gets the opportunity. Now, Hina Hayata's gotten more and more power in recent years. I'd say in the last year, she's improved quite a bit. Obviously, Mima Ito and Miu Hirano have been in the spotlight for the Japanese women, again with Kasumi Ishikawa. But of the 17-year-old crew, the generation Ito, Hirano, Hayata, Hina Hayata seems to be the latest bloomer, but is definitely blooming right now in terms of developing her game. Her backhand is very strong off the bounce. I'm sure we'll have a chance to look at the rubber on the forehand side of Mima Ito later on, but Hina Hayata using Chinese rubber on the forehand side. Evgeny Shikishiev from Russia, our assistant umpire. Here's the 2-minute warm-up. Left-handed, right-handed combination will allow the Japanese pairing to get forehands from the middle of the table a bit more frequently with less movement needed. Champions in the Czech Open and the Swedish Open. 2 titles and a semifinal performance makes them the top seed. Quite an impressive performance again from the 17-year-olds. Now in terms of pairings, Hina Hayata she was a champion in doubles 3 times on the World Tour this year. This can only be said by a few. There's Coach Mika Baba from Japan, 7-time national champion, was a left-handed J-Pen player. Talked to her on the bus, she said in her day, there weren't a lot of shake hands players in the Japanese game. Now it's tough to find pen holders, very rare occasion. And Kai Yoshida, one of the last that I can recall still playing. We will see on the Chun Mung Ju Yuling side. Chun Mung is the 23-year-old, slightly older of the two. Champions at the Australian Open, 2nd place in Sweden, the last on the World Tour, but they are the 2nd seeds. World number 1 and world number 2 should make a pretty strong doubles pair, you would think. There's Coach Lee Swin, Coach Li Xiaosha, and Coach Zhang Yining, who many say is the greatest women's table tennis player of all time.
First game.
I had a talk with him earlier today about what if Deng Yaping were to play against Zhang Yining in their prime, and it was quite interesting. Had a very good answer. Save it for later. Best of 7, Hina Hayata to serve. Heavy underspin for the first point. Taking advantage of having the serve on your side. It's going to be very important. Again, you've only got half the table in doubles to serve to. This one lets a little loose. Quick apology there from Mima Ito. Clears off the table. It's funny, I've been watching Hina Hayata's Ask a Pro Anything so much recently for editing. I feel like you just see the funny side of her, but it's back to business out here on the table. Oh, beautiful point. Chun Mung makes it, but it wasn't her turn to hit it right down the line to finish. We had Hayata squatting to the ground here. Very physical point. Ito with that punch right down the line. 2nd point, 3rd point of the match. One of the highlights already. Almost. Ito trying really hard to get out of the way there for Hayata. This is a tactic that we tend to see a lot in the doubles game. Hit it right back to the player who just hit it. Use them as an obstacle for their teammate.
Two, three.
Ito drying off the free hand for the service toss. No rotation coming in. Chunmung adds a lot of spin and pace on that forehand flip. Oh, the strawberry works out running through the court. That was an uncomfortable ball for Hayata to hit in the first place, and she couldn't get that much speed on it, but it was enough. Again, the variety of spin. First tile break of the game, and they're dead even. The favorites in this match, definitely Chunmung and Ju Yuling. It's a little bit different in doubles in the right-handed, left-handed combination. It would be a huge victory for the Japanese pair, the 17-year-olds.
4-3.
Chiquita attempted the banana flip. Beautiful counter. Chunmung versus, Ju Yuling versus Hina Hayata was a very exciting and close match, and this is one of the key ingredients for Hina Hayata's success. She could handle the topspin comfortably off the bounce, pick up the pace very quickly.
5-0.
Well-placed serve. Love to see that again. Curious, the rotation didn't appear to be that heavy. Looked like a floater. The ball comes into the net. Strawberry City way out wide. This is one advantage of this shot, and Mima Ito executes it so well. I'd say Mima Ito, Miyu Kato, Simone Gozi, some of the best at the strawberry in the game. I think we'll be seeing more and more of it over the years. Punch backhand. Both Hayata and Ito in position. Talked about how before the match, they're going to have more forehand opportunities, but both Chunmung and Ju Yuling tactically very smart. They're going to try to find the middle of their opponents by playing it just off the center line of the table so that they're not comfortable to take the forehand, that they're in hesitation, maybe get out of position a little bit. First point in a long time for the Chinese pairing after 4 in a row for Hina Hayata and Mima Ito. Hits the net post. Doesn't catch the right part of it to come down on the other side of the table.
Let.
Tight let service. Second time we've seen Ito and Hayata getting very close to each other on the shot, having trouble with space here. This is good. They fished her over. They baited her in to get her near Mima Ito's side. Way wide to the forehand. Smart play. Oh, break off the top of the net and escape for Ju Yuling and Chunmung. Hina Hayata apologizing after the ball sits up a little bit. Not as easy as it appears. Yes, the ball's a little higher, but how much spin is left on it? How much was sacrificed at the net? Flat hit goes long, 2-point lead. Look at this, it's a back and forth. 4-point streaks following 4-point streaks. You might recall Tomokazu Harimoto hitting the flattest shot we've seen against Dima yesterday. 10-10 in game 2. That was so pretty. Chunmung on 1 foot has time and like a flamingo just swats through the ball. There it is, the power on the run. takes her time and just rips that backhand from behind the table. It's 3 game points now. Short side of the table, quick off the bounce. Ito saves it. 3rd towel break of the game, and the Japanese pair still have a chance. If they come up with another 4-point streak, like both sides have done. The eye shift there from Ju Yuling. It's gonna say 4 points in a row now would mean victory for Hayata and Ito. But they are on the receive. Advantage here. 2 game points for Chun Meng and Ju Yuling. Strawberry, but well anticipated. Ju Yuling was already moving as soon as she saw Ito come in for that backhand and start to lift the wrist. She knew what was to come. It was a strawberry on the way out. Game 1 to Chun Meng and Ju Yuling, and we'll be back for game 2 right after this.
Уважаемые